that show
Cool.
thing.
That's new.
That is new. I'm guessing that's been an issue.
I guess so. I don't know. I've never had to deal with that before.
I mean, it's sort of like my whole like thing, like my philosophy, like when you talk to the phone or when you're emailing, is just assuming that it's being recorded or it's going to be shared with somebody. So it's like,
Sure.
don't ever, yeah, don't say something or write something that you wouldn't want the world to know about. So
Right.
clearly somebody else hasn't been living by that rule, and they
I
got to warn you
guess.
now you're being recorded with the big red thing that says recording in the corner. Not enough.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's not enough. Not nearly enough. So just in case it didn't catch that, I don't know if it even records that, but
I
just
would
as
think so.
we yeah, as I say, just as we hit record, both Leah and I both heard this meeting is now being recorded. Like, okay, I
You're
guess
in
that's
your
a thing
home.
now.
We know
We
where you
haven't,
live.
yeah, we haven't done that. We haven't had to do that before. It's never done
No.
that. It just started kind of nonchalantly. I could start it in the middle of a conversation and had no idea, but now it's definitely going to be very apparent.
That's right.
Anyway, how's it
Well,
going,
hi.
Leah?
It's good. Uh,
Good.
I look like I'm broadcasting from a closet, but it kind of is. So,
Yeah, so we're going to be talking about music, but you've been posting a lot of different things about you've been kind of really getting into antique or vintage clothing, I should say,
oh
right?
yeah. So I love like vintage clothing, especially clothes from like the 50s through like the 80s. And it's so hard to find. Like I'm not a little petite gal, I'm about,
Right.
5'9", built for roller derby. So it's
Yeah.
super hard to find clothes that fits me. And Dusty's grandma on Mother's Day was just like, well, I've got some dresses if you want to. I mean, guys, 5 bags of dresses and suits and amazing clothes from like the 50s on to like the 90s. And we have no,
Wow.
like, my house has 2 closets. One is the size of a coffin and fits our towels. And the other is mostly worthless because it's got a big like cutout for the basement.
Okay.
So I just put a bar in my little like office space in the basement. It's just wall to wall clothes. So like my background is just all this fabulous color and tulle and lots of polyester. So yes, I have been so excited because like every day I'm just like, okay, what can I wear?
Yeah, you've been posting a lot of different things that you've have been wearing and kind of giving everyone a little show,
I
with
know it's
everything
been
that you have.
great. Like the vintage dress parade. That was Dusty's grandma's stipulation was like, well, I wanted to go to someone who actually wear it, and you have to make sure you take pictures so then I can tell you what they're from. So she's
Yeah.
having a blast too, which is cute.
Oh my goodness. So Donna's mom is we're trying to weed out a lot of the clothes that she has, and she has a lot of those vintage clothes. And we actually gave them to Dusty Bibles, one of the
Oh
roller
yeah,
derby people that we know. And
yeah,
she
she
does a
knows the
lot
big
of
vintage.
vintage. Yes, and she sells a lot of it
Mm-hmm.
too. So she finds what she thinks is going to sell, do really well, and then she gets it at Goodwill and sells it online and makes a pretty good profit. So we contacted her and said, hey, we're just trying to weed through this. We were planning on just going to Goodwill, but we're not going to get anything out of it. So, and it's
Mm-hmm.
all really good clothes. I mean, unfortunately with polyester, it wears really well over the years.
It's indestructible. Cockroaches will be
Yeah.
wearing this clothes, like, and it's so warm. Like this
Oh
dress of
yeah.
yours, it's like yeah, head to toe, high neck
Oh my
polyester. I'm like,
gosh.
I can't wait to wear this winter. I won't even need to wear tights underneath it. Like
No, yeah,
that.
you're gonna be you're gonna be ready
I think
for
it's very
any
flammable.
blizzard.
I think that's the drawback. Like, don't stand too close to any open flames with your polyester dress, but
Right.
no worries.
So yeah, so we've been getting into taking all those clothes in, and Dusty's been doing a lot of selling of them, and she sent us a message the other day. She goes, yeah, this one's going to Germany.
Oh,
And
cool.
so yeah, so we had to share that with Donna's mom, and her mom. She was the first generation that actually lived in the States,
Mm,
from Germany. So she was just like, oh, maybe
got a
it's a
real thrill out of that, huh?
relation. Yeah, she's having a good time with that.
I do. My favorite is there's a marching band uniform somehow. Like
Oh my gosh.
the jacket, the pants with the stripe. Like I need an excuse, guys, to go out in this marching band uniform. I don't know what it's gonna be, but I'm gonna find one.
Yeah,
Also, listeners, if you have vintage clothing that needs a home, like the Leah Home for Vintage Clothing, it's available for donations, whether it fits me or not. Like I'll find somebody else to give it to. I've got a little pile of like the stuff that, even if I think I had ribs removed and got like lost 1,000,000 pounds, it would never fit me. So I've got some friends that are willing to take in some, orphans.
Absolutely. I think it'd be perfect. You got to find some of those summer festival, summer parades going on, and you
I'll
got to
just
wear
jump in there. I've got my, I still have my trumpet. We can make this happen.
Oh, 100%. You got just walk alongside the parade route.
That's right. Yeah. I'll blend right in. It's purple and gold, so we'll have to maybe find a band that matches, but just close
Purple
enough.
and gold. Beersford is purple and gold.
Oh, forget the instrument. I should just get a little baton and just get out there like I'm a little
yeah, drum major.
Yes. Out there like twirling my little stick and be like, the fuck is that? March, kids.
You're gonna have to bring the squeeze box, bring the accordion as well, and
we're gonna make this happen. So how'd you get arrested this summer? Don't know. Don't remember.
Literally, it was all black.
Don't want to talk about it. The best reason to get arrested. I crashed a marching band parade.
Oh my gosh, that'd be too funny. But the thing is that all these parades that you would go to would be all in these small towns where nothing's gonna happen.
Nothing else happens and nobody cares. Although, like driving through Wisconsin, seeing all like you get to the town and they have like the welcome sign, the population, they've got like the chambers and stuff, and they always have like their festival posted. And like I love small town festivals because I never grew up in a small town, and I love how like everything shuts down. It's just a drunk fest.
Yeah.
There's 100%. A parade for everything, and I'm just like, yeah, this is America. We're just finding a random excuse to party. Like, yeah, it's check days, it's corn days, it's tulip days. Like, let's fucking get drunk in your right yard days. Go small town America.
My like, small town days was
small town festival.
Hot dog days.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah,
I'm in.
Absolutely.
Did you guys do did you guys do like the wiener dog races?
No, nope.
Like
just closed down the main street. All the businesses came out with grills in front of their businesses, grilled up some hot dogs, and had a street dance, and that was it.
My sister-in-law comes from Hermosa, South Dakota, which you've probably blown past because it's like maybe a couple hundred people, about half an hour south of Rapid City, and they have an event called Beers and Ears.
Oh my god!
And it is ears of corn. You get free buttered corn, and then they've got beer. And I think Rhonda's dad famously got a DUI on a lawnmower at Beers and Ears one year. Ron's great. Man. We should have him on the show. The man has been struck by lightning 4 times.
Oh my gosh.
He's got some stories.
Yes. Oh man. I definitely know the type. I was I grew up in a small town and had worked at the Dairy Queen for 8 years while I was growing up, and definitely a lot of the farmers, a lot of those types were always coming in.
Yeah, if you really want to feel like a 10 or an 11, go to a small town beer garden. Oh boy. As they say, the odds are good, but the goods are odd. That was my motto the entire time I was in Michigan.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. The UP is a little strange up there. But...
Yeah, very, very friendly folks.
Yes.
But
absolutely.
They're a little different. Good beer. Actually, that was something I was pretty. Yeah, so I was in Wisconsin last week. So yeah, getting into beer. My fridge is fully stocked. But we were up in Michigan. It was the first time I'd ever seen. Everyone was drinking like a light Pilsner style beer with blueberries in it.
Oh, okay.
So fresh
sure.
like a scoop of fresh blueberries in the beer. I'm just like,
yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
I was like, those are some really weak looking olives. I've been in South Dakota too long. I'm like, yep, put the olives in the beer. It's like a salad.
It's practically a salad.
Then I just gauge people's reaction, and if they don't laugh, they're like, well, we can't be friends. So
Nope, nope. Yeah, you're obviously not a good friend of mine. Oh shoot. All right. So those are the things we're getting into.
but the real
However,
reason we're talking today is
I was gonna say
music.
music is exactly what we were gonna be talking about. And this kind of came along because we didn't have anything to talk about, and we haven't talked about music for a while. And
And we both love music. I mean, it always comes
exactly.
up.
Yes, indeed. In one way or another, usually through soundtracks or through covers
We just kind of shoehorn it in things. I'm really big into chocolate covered things, but you should check out this new ska band.
yeah, exactly. I was gonna say Death by Chocolate. That's a great group. That's it's got 70s British music feel. So
See, it's really not too hard when you do it all the time.
right, exactly. Um, to start everything off, I wanted to say I never got that link from you for the Pussy playlist.
Oh no. Okay. Well, I'll
I
send it
I
right now.
I was gonna say
Make
I
sure
need
it's
that
you
from
have it,
you.
just because
So
I have been listening to it a lot. There's at least
yeah.
2 bands on there. I'm just like, I heart big time, and not just because pussy's in their name.
Well, and it was funny. So one of the things that I was going to talk about that I'm getting into is something that just popped up. So I can't lie. I've been doing a lot of listening on Spotify, and it's kind of ironic because our podcast is hosted by Anchor, which is a division of Spotify. But they've been doing a really good job of bringing up stuff that I haven't listened to, I haven't heard and anything, and this stuff that I completely have enjoyed. And this it was kind of a genre that I guess I've heard before, and I've probably listened to it before, but it came up on my suggestions, which is queercore.
Oh.
And so it's kind of the way it says is the voices of LGBTQ punk.
Hmm.
And so that's really kind of what it is. It's kind of really a focus on the queer community. And
Nice.
so there's a lot of different things that it talks about. There's one of them, the songs is they, them, theirs. And what was the one that I was just listening to that I thought was good? Oh, Femme in a Black Leather Jacket is the name of the song. Yeah. So, but going through these, I noticed one of the artists that was on here was someone that if it's not on your Pussy playlist, it really should be. Where is it now? It has Pussy in its name.
So I'm
So
in.
that's why I'm gonna bring it up, but I can't. Of course, I can't find it. I should have just wrote it down. That would have been the professional thing to do.
Hmm.
Um, but all right, I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Nope, I'm not getting there. I don't know where it's at. All right. Well, I'll probably find it here again. Fuck Danny Denial as one of the albums. All right. Well, what I was going to say when talking about this playlist that's on Spotify that I would recommend to someone who really wants to get into something kind of interesting and unique. There's some groups in here that I know I've heard of and I've listened to over time. And I think the biggest song on here is Decepticon by Tigre.
Hmm.
Which if you haven't heard, if you don't recognize the name of the song, the moment that you start listening to it, you're going to recognize it right away.
Yeah.
Uh, it's that song that starts ba da 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 and doon 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 doon. It's on. You could tell right away. You knew what it was,
Yeah, the
right?
beauty of Zoom, you can't hide that by face. So it's like, what? The words are dun 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 dun.
Right. It's what did they play it on? It was on the Wet Hot American Summer. It was either on that show or it was on that the sequel that it had, where they had one
Oh,
part where all the camp counselors were dancing and having a good time, and the song in the background was Decepticon by
oh,
Tigre.
nice.
Yeah.
There.
But them, Against Me, is another
Oh,
group
I love
that,
Against Me.
yep, they're on here. Pansy Division. There it is, Mannequin Pussy.
Nice.
That's the name of the group. Yep. Pigs is Pigs is the song that they got in here. But Slater Kenny is on here. Peaches, Bikini Kill. Um, so I think these are bigger ones. Taco Cat. Um, this one I've never heard of, but I think it's funny. They're called Sports Bra.
Holds everything together.
Absolutely. The Regrets, I've heard of. Going with the queercore type of thing, genre. The name of this group is Limp Wrist. Um, let's see, Tribe 8 I've heard of, but I can't remember what. The main group that they showed was Toki Horror. I don't know if you heard of them. I haven't heard of them either, but it was pretty cool. Um, and that's about it that I really recognize on here. There's a group called Hoity Toity.
I like that.
Absolutely. I
Being
mean,
kind of
just
hoity-toity myself, obviously.
right. Exactly. So yeah, so I would say that is definitely something, and it really, like I said, it kind of that's what reminded me of the playlist that we talked about last week that I wasn't able to share because um I didn't have it, but yeah, well,
I'm pointing at myself. I get it.
that's okay.
I did send it to you in your Facebook Messenger, so now you have access to all the extra pussy music that you didn't know you
Excellent.
needed in your life.
Oh, perfect. So yeah, so I'm gonna look to see if Mannequin Pussy is on that then.
Nice. Yeah, I'm kind of going through like one of the bands that I'd heard of before my friend Aaron put this together was a band called Black Pussy. They've actually
Black
played in
Pussy.
Sioux Falls a couple times.
Oh,
They got
really?
a freaking awesome retro sound. Yeah, they've got a couple of their vinyls, just really good music, kind of good summer music. Trying to think
Oh,
exactly
cool.
what they sound like, but definitely
Yeah.
worth a listen. I know Dusty has on their t-shirts, but I think he still feels kind of weird wearing out a shirt that just says in giant like bright yellow text in a blue shirt like Black Pussy. He's like, yeah, you gotta really know your audience.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't wear that one to grandma's house, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's more of
Maybe.
a live music one that you go to and you
Yeah,
wear
yeah.
that. Excellent. So what else what are you getting into? What do you want to share for this episode?
So actually, this is a band Dusty found, and we've been listening to it a bunch. I think it's called Yin Yin. I think that's how you say it. But so there's a group that came out probably a decade ago called Denang Fever, and it
Okay.
kind of has this. It kind of fuses like Vietnamese music with like California surf rock.
Okay.
And this kind of Yin Yin kind of like taps into that, but without any lyrics. So it's all instrumental, and it's just I don't know,
Hmm.
chill as fuck. If you need something to really kind of have while you're sitting in the backyard in the summer and drinking a cold drink, like it's great.
Spell that for me.
I think it's just let me look here. I wrote it down. I think it's just YIN.
Oh, okay.
Let me
Perfect.
look here and see.
I was expecting you to say something like NGIN or something like that, so I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, I think there is like a little hat on top of the I.
Oh, okay.
So I think
Okay.
it's but they have the it's an album here. Whoops. And now my phone is just playing itself. The Rabbit That Hunts Tigers came
Okay.
out in 2019, and it's really worth checking out. It's good.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, like a little different, but I don't know. I always really enjoy. I feel like summer is a special time to discover music because you're taking road trips, you're walking around more, you're chilling out in the backyard. Like I am a big believer of like taking music and like traveling so that it kind of like becomes this thing where you go places and you remember the albums you listen to, or you remember
Absolutely.
specific albums that came out during summers where you just listened to the hell out of it. So definitely shopping around for some good summer music to just kind of immerse myself with road trips and outdoor time.
Yeah. So that actually reminds me of one that I was going to bring up that someone brought up to me just recently. Actually, it's going to be hopefully a new listener of the podcast.
Oh,
A guy from our IT group for Johnstone was talking, and I was introducing myself to. We have a lot of new hires at the corp office now, and so I was introducing myself, and I mentioned that I'm doing a podcast, and we were talking about music and everything. So he's like, "Oh, hey, I'm going to tune in. I'm going to subscribe." So
welcome.
yeah. So Mike, welcome to the weirdness. But he brought up a great band or a great person that I thought was pretty cool that kind of fits into that genre of a cool really mellow summer jam, and it's Nujabes,
Hmm.
Nujabes. It's Nujabes, and it's a Japanese type of lo-fi
Ooh,
type rock. So there's not a lot
nice.
of singing in it. There's some he's done some collaborations where there's some people that raps over the songs in the background, but it kind of reminded me. We talked about it, I think it was last time, Aphex Twin.
Hmm.
A
Let's just
one
bring it
of
up every
Yeah,
episode.
yeah, exactly. The really low key Aphex Twin type of
Okay.
sounds where it's kind of got a little bit of that electronic digital type of feedback to it, but it has a really gentle type of vibe to it. So yeah, so Nujabes or
Hmm.
Nujabes, that's how he said it. Nujabes.
Nujabes.
Yeah, Nujabes. Nujabes. So that is one that I was saying, yeah, that's definitely one that's cool. I recommended him to listen to the Katamari Damacy Vibes playlist on
Oh yeah.
Spotify too. So that's definitely one that was very similar. It's got that Japanese, I'd say almost 70s type of music that you'd expect to hear.
Hmm.
Not really loungy, but really laid back. So
Nice.
yeah.
This is also like kind of a year with like a lot of new music. Um,
Sure.
a musician I adore is called Perturbator. I'm
Oh
probably
yeah.
saying this wrong. He has an album coming out this month. Gosh, it's probably this week. I'm super pumped. Like his Dangerous Days album is like one of my all-time favorites. If you like kind of nostalgic synth like rock, I mean maybe that's not the best description, but yeah, like really strong beat, lots of 80 vibes. If you liked the movie Drive, like that soundtrack, it definitely
Mm.
taps into that same kind of vein. And he had a one single released off the new album that's coming out, and it's like it's all the good stuff because his last album was a bit of a departure. It was a little more mellow, a little more
Yep.
modern, and I'm just like, I need that nostalgia fix.
Yes,
I
exactly.
appreciate your artist journey, but give me my give me my 80s like synth music.
Right, exactly.
I'm the worst fan. But yeah, I'm really excited about it. If you haven't listened to Perturbator, it's I think a French musician, so
Now, why
great
is
for
it that
running.
Oh, I bet. Why is it that I always thought that was a oh, I can't think of his name right now. Faith No More, Mike.
Oh, like a Mike Patton.
Yeah, why did I always think that was a Mike Patton
I don't know,
type
because
of
I don't
thing?
think Perturbator has many lyrics. Like, there's a few songs where I'll have musicians or
Okay.
singers provide vocals, but I don't think there's anything. I don't know.
Uh,
Although I will say, since we were talking about like getting into, Dusty put a bunch of old music on my phone for my road trip, and one of my favorite and like super goofy Mike Patton albums is Mondo Caine. I
oh
don't know if you've
yeah.
ever heard of Mondo Caine, but
We've
it's
talked
him.
about it before.
Yeah, all the pop songs. Yeah,
Yeah.
Shannon was stuck in my car because she's like, "Well, listen whenever you want to. I'm reading my book," and then it came on. She's like, "The hell is this?" Welcome to my car. She was
It
okay with
seems
it.
like whenever you're in the car with someone, you always end up finding a way to be able to make the person stop what they're doing and really say, what is this?
Oh, well, I have the entire discography of Mars Volta on there too. So I'm like, we're going T to
Oh.
B. Sorry, like this is my kink. Forcing people to listen to my music.
Oh man. Mars Volta, that can be a journey too
Oh
sometimes.
yeah, each album it swings for the fences, and I,
Mm-hmm.
kind of got into Mars Volta late. I didn't really get into it until like the mid to late 2000s, but
Okay.
I love all of it.
I saw Mars Volta in concert when I went to
Jealous,
go. Yeah, I went to go
son of a
see.
bitch.
You son of a bitch.
Sorry, I've been in Wisconsin long enough. That's just my reaction to everything now. Is just you son of a bitch. You
You
ruined
son of
me.
a bitch. I'm in.
I think it's because Minnesota is the boundary of Midwest, like that Midwest nice. There's Minnesota nice, and then there's just Wisconsin. You son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Fact.
I saw them perform with Blue Man Group
Oh,
because they have
that's a weird combination.
oh, they were featured on one of the I think that's Mars Volta, one of the albums for Blue Man Group.
Oh,
They
really?
did I Feel Love,
Yeah.
the song, they did a cover of that, where Blue Man Group was doing their pipe
Their thing.
playing. Yeah, their thing. But they played the pipes, and Mars Volta
The
was
pipes.
doing the
Just call me Moira
oh,
Rose.
Danny boy.
Oh, daddy boy. Or it's like I tune in for music, not singing. Bye.
Well,
Just
I
wait till
don't
we do a
think.
karaoke episode, guys. You're in real trouble
Ooh,
because it's
oh
gonna be a
man,
good time.
it'll be a great time. You'll want to be there. Absolutely.
Yeah, 18 months of overdue karaoke coming at you.
Oh man, yeah, yeah. My worst part with karaoke is trying to find the place that has the songs that I really want to do.
Oh yeah, yeah. You got to get through a lot of country.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's why I really think that especially in Sioux Falls, we need to have one of those personal karaoke places where you just rent the room and you just do the things that you want to do, and you don't have to listen to everyone else. Yeah, yeah.
I
So
think that's just renting a stage. Like, welcome to my karaoke show.
right, right. Oh gosh. Yeah, I should probably just do that. Just talk to random bars and say, "Hey, can I just come in and just start singing?" I don't think most of them
Just
would
try and
say
stop
yes.
me. That's what you
Yeah.
need to say.
That's what it is. I got control of the jukebox. I have the app.
Yeah. You son of a bitch. There it
You
goes
son
again.
of a bitch.
Yeah, right, you son of a bitch.
Oh, so I don't know. I'm just gonna make up my own transition.
Yeah.
We've been talking about weird combinations, and yeah, you got
My
something
camera's
going
all
on with your
fuzzy.
camera. It
It's all right. This makes
doesn't
me look
like
way better.
anymore.
Like an
Absolutely.
Instagram filter. All right, see the
Oh,
repo. There we go. Sorry.
there it is. There it is.
I didn't realize like Zoom has filters, so I could look
Oh
better, but
yeah.
I'm just not gonna look better for you. Sorry.
No, that's fine. I didn't bother to do anything. I'm just wearing a t-shirt and
Oh,
then
I smell
just
terrible. I went for a 4 mile run and then we walked to the donut place and then we went to the park. So just
oh my
yeah,
goodness. You've gotten a
just
lot in
having a
today,
Julia
Eddie.
Wild day. I am drinking a squirt though, not a beer. So
Yeah, yeah.
self care.
Yeah, absolutely. There you go. Make sure to pace yourself.
That's right. There's vodka in it, but just not yet. We gotta grab grandma's, but
Right.
all right. So I ruined your segue.
You didn't ruin it. It was
It was
pretty much
already
ruined from the
bad.
beginning. So someone posted. I actually am involved with this group on Facebook that's called Sound On, and it takes a lot of the older videos, or else it was originally made to be able to take a lot of the older videos that used to be on MTV and say, you can really appreciate this video for what it is. The music may or may not be good, but the video rocked. And so it's turned into a lot of different things, and I'm really enjoying getting into a lot of the songs that are on there, and just the weirdness that it's like I never knew that this ever existed.
Hmm.
And so one of the things that they posted was this picture. It's been posted a few different times, so you might have seen it before, where it looks like this guy that's in goth makeup, white face and black, different makeup on it, and he's looks like he's rocking out while he's playing an accordion. And so it's just like, oh, if you've never heard of this goth metal, God, what did they say? Goth metal. I couldn't find the picture earlier. I was actually preparing. I was going to be good to be able to bring this up, but the goth metal, jazz core, thing. I don't know what else you're listening to. Anyway, so that picture inspired me. I was just like, we got to find something that allows you to be able to have kind of that feeling of a goth accordion type of sound. And
That's
the
gotta exist,
closest,
right?
yeah, exactly. The closest I could figure though was Google Bordello.
Oh
So
yeah, love Gogol Bordello.
yeah, so I figure that's going to be a good one to be able to talk about, just to bring up Google Bordello, known probably most for Start Wearing Purple. Um, but the lead singer, which I can't remember his name, he actually is an actor as well. So he's done a few different things in movies, and basically, it's just you think of they call themselves gypsy punk,
Hmm.
and that's, I think, the best example of what they are.
Yeah,
Just a bunch of gypsies that are just rocking out, and the videos that they create are just absolutely
it's like a super
beautiful.
fun time.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I know they
exactly.
they played Saturday in the Park in Sioux City a couple of like probably 5 or 6 years ago, and Dusty
Really.
still brings up how we had to miss it because I had something else scheduled.
It was probably work related too.
Yeah. Sorry. I know adulting is super lame, especially when it gets in the way of concerts, but
Oh
sorry.
man. Yeah. And I don't even know if they're a group anymore. I think they kind of fizzled out. I think they were
Yeah, I don't
really hot
know. I
for a few
mean,
years there, and
yeah, I think arguably every group kind of eventually, grows apart, but
yeah.
they were really fun when they lasted, and they're fun. Their music is still stupid great to blast with your windows down. Like that's definitely the mode I'm in now. It's hot in South Dakota.
Mm-hmm.
I'm that bitch, 100%. Windows down, music blasting, don't care, singing along. Got finger guns. I'm pointing at you at the intersections. Like, I wish my commute was longer because it's like 10 minutes I'm at work. But yeah,
Right.
that whole way
Well,
it
but
is
in South
happening.
Dakota, no one looks. You don't look to the person right next to you, though. You can't even glance to them. I just
Oh no, I'm locked in
right, right.
while singing, singing at you.
Exactly. Yeah, and I'm the kind of guy, if the windows were open, my windows were open, I'd be singing back. I'd be jamming.
I mean, like nothing makes me happier than seeing somebody in their car just like jamming out and like having a good time. Just like, oh, look at you. That's cute. Go
Unapologetically.
you.
Yes,
I
exactly.
should. I mean, like, call me crazy. I like seeing people happy, and if you're in your
Yeah,
car like rocking out to music, you're probably pretty happy.
yeah, you do
Even if
you.
it's angry music, like that's fun too.
Absolutely. I definitely have had my share of angry music rockouts in the car.
Yeah, Dusty put some. I wrestled a bear once. I don't know if you ever listened to that, but
Yeah, absolutely.
I love like a lady who can really growl and sing with the best of them, and that's always a fun one to blast the music to.
Yes, yes. It's the only thing is I wrestled a bear once, reminds me of fusion jazz. It's just kind of it's
Unpack. Let's hear it.
yeah, yeah, it's just kind of everything, just random noises every now and then all of a sudden, yeah, you got this woman growling.
Yeah, I don't know how. I don't know what kind of sense it makes, but it makes some sense.
Right, right.
But yeah, I
Oh,
mean, I guess I could see you saying kind of taps into that strange, like, I don't really know what's going on, but I'm kind of on board.
yeah, absolutely. No. Well, it was funny. I just watched a movie a new Netflix movie, and I'm going off on a tangent, I know, but where it's called shit. It's a really avant-garde movie called Ah Shit. No, that's not it. It's Stowaway is what
Oh,
it's called.
okay.
Yeah, and it's a movie about how the three people are going on a mission to Mars, and going like skeleton crew. They're going on this spaceship that's really only made for two, but they're
Hmm.
making it work for three. And one of the people that helped to set up the spaceship gets caught in the panels
Oh
of
no.
the ship and is a stowaway. And so he joins them, and one of the things he was doing, tried to make his way and to earn his place with this group, was he was helping this botanist that was just trying to do some experiments, and then also trying to create more oxygen for the trip to Mars.
Hmm.
And one of the things he was listening to was fusion jazz,
Hmm.
and just disjointed, and everyone doing everything. And guys like, hey, how do you listen to this? And I think it was the greatest explanation. It's just like, yeah, it can be, hard on your ears every now and then,
And weird and
and weird, and just kind of makes you uncomfortable. But that's exactly what he was looking for, is something to be able to, make him think outside of what he usually did as an astronaut, was a very regimented thing. He was very type A personality. This had to be done this time, this had to be done this time, very schedule, very regimented. And fusion jazz was something that he could do that would help him release, because you didn't know what was going to come next. And
mhm,
it's like, that's a great explanation of, I wrestled a bear once,
right.
and fusion jazz. And yeah, you're listening to it, and then all of a sudden you get this out of left field and just smacks you upside the head. And if you're a really open to listening to different things, you got to appreciate that someone, took the time to be able to create something like that, to take you out of your comfort zone more than
Hmm.
anything. So anyway,
Yeah.
yeah,
Nice.
cool. So that and I'm let's see. So I'll let you talk. I kept
Uh,
on. I was gonna keep on going. I was just like, you know what? We've talked a lot about my stuff, and yeah, I need to give you some time too.
sure. Well, I should look up. So this is a I think it's a band. Maybe it's just one dude. I don't really know. I was just like, I've never looked it up, but he's got a pretty impressive discography.
Yeah.
It's called Kleenex Girl Wonder,
Oh, okay.
and just the catchiest, most clever lyrics.
Really?
Yeah, like they just I don't know, like I said, yeah, he's got a freaking shitload of albums out there. I think one of my favorites, the comedy album that came out in 2016, but the two that have come out since then have been really good. Does some instrumental stuff,
Okay.
but it's just, yeah, I don't know. Like I can't. It's hard to really kind of describe the sound, but Brandon Eliason is the one that got me into it,
Okay.
because he's just like,
That
well, just
explains a
listen to
lot
the
to me.
lyrics. I mean, there's it's they a lot of them have just really weird little turns of phrases, and like I'm not a lyrics person. Like this drives
No.
Dusty nuts because um he gets really like he really geeks out on lyrics. I think that's what he really enjoys about hip hop is, like an artist like Aesop Rock, where the lyrics are just so layered and you can find so many meanings behind the clever turns of phrases and
Yeah.
um like references. Just yesterday we were listening to Aesop and Dusty's like, what do you think the phrase raised on wolf's milk means?
Hmm.
And I was like, well, I mean, we were talking, so like, well, it either means like maybe you were raised by wolves, or maybe it's something about how there's something else, like is there a
Being a
connection
part of the
like,
pack, or
yeah, I was like,
yeah.
I don't know. And
Sure.
it's just like,
Sure.
it's kind of fun. You can have lyrics you can kind of chew on
Mm-hmm.
like that mentally. And I think Kleenex Glow Wonder kind of does that in a more like accessible sort of way.
So is it
But
kind of like a bubblegum pop type of lyric?
yeah, it's definitely more poppy,
Okay.
for
Okay. Yeah.
sure. And some of them are
Excellent.
just, yeah, like just goofy songs. There's a song about how much he loves Lena Dunham. There's a
Oh
song
my
about
gosh,
how
that's
like he
funny.
describes a girl being like, built like a like an engine because he appreciates like people that are dependable and like
Oh,
just
that's
goofy stuff
good.
like that. But
I
yeah,
love it.
it's super fun.
That's cute. That's great. That's definitely a good summer vibe too.
Yeah, like I said, I definitely recommend probably checking out the comedy album just because it's got just consistently a lot of really great songs on it. But
Mm-hmm.
they've got like 15 albums or something crazy. They just pump them out.
Wow. So it's funny how you mentioned the lyric thing, because that reminds me of, I'm the same way. I'm not a lyrics person at all.
Give
Donna
me a tune I
is.
can get lost in. I don't care. You could be singing around. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Ramalama
yeah.
ding dong, all that stuff. I get
Right,
it.
right. Well, and see, and that's why I think that I'm a fan of Red Hot Chili Peppers, because you actually listen to their lyrics, they make no sense whatsoever. It's just like, I'm using this words just because they rhyme. That is
Yeah.
basically the only reason that they have it. It's like, I got this good beat, I got this good funky bass line, I want to sing, I want to dance to it, but I have no idea what I really want to
Just want to
say.
give
So
it
I'm just
away,
gonna,
give it away, give it away
yeah,
now.
yeah, I'm just gonna put some words together. Sometimes they're gonna make sense, sometimes they're not. But it's not my job to interpret what I'm trying to say.
Hmm.
I don't know. It's I'm really that type of person as well, where it's just
Oh
like,
yeah.
I'd
It
rather
sounds
listen to
good.
the beat. Yeah.
In.
Well, and we've talked about this, I think, one time before, maybe on or off the show, with Len's "Steal My Sunshine."
Yeah.
That is such a fun pop song, but when you listen to the lyrics, it's ridiculous. It
Oh
is the
yeah.
stupidest lyrics.
Oh yeah. Like there's no way you read that on paper and we're just like, this is gonna be a hit song.
Right? Yeah.
Oh shit. And then
No.
you watch that music video and I'm like, dude, was this
Oh,
really what it took to make a music video in like the late
yeah.
90s, early
Late 90s.
2000s?
Yeah, one
A
hundred
bunch of
percent.
dude bras out on their scooters with their bucket hats.
Yep.
Simple
Well,
times.
that was that. Yeah, exactly. Very simple times. Yeah, I mean, just think of Blink 182. What's
Oh
my
yeah.
age again? Just running through the streets. That's all it is. Running naked through the streets.
I think it's just refreshing to see that, like, oh, this is like what people looked like without like professional makeup and filters. Like,
Yeah.
trust me, guys, we didn't all look like trash. We just didn't have any technology to enhance the way we look. I mean, I kind of looked like trash, but
We kind of embrace the trash, though. I mean, I watched a video the other day where they were bringing to kids Jinko jeans and
whew,
saying, yeah, this is what we used to wear in the 90s. And they're just like, why would you ever want to look like this? It's
I
like,
definitely had a pair of Jinko jeans. They were not like the really wide; they were just a regular wide. But I was really excited because I found them at the thrift shop. Shocker. They had like a white pinstripe with like a bright blue stripe in the middle down each side.
nice.
Yeah, that with my
Yeah.
Vans. I was a real snack.
Oh, yeah. You're a skater girl.
Yeah, like 14-year-old Leah was looking pretty cool.
Oh, I bet. I bet. Yeah.
Yep. If you want to be my boyfriend and pick me up for marching band practice, I'm in. Get my Dr. Pepper chapstick.
I can say that I didn't have the Jinko jeans because well, I'm a big boy and the Jinko jeans just looked like regular jeans on me. But I did have a pair of shorts that were branded by No Fear.
Ooh, yeah, the
So
No Fear, man. Whatever happened to that?
it's still
It's
around.
still
You can find No Fear. Actually, I don't think they make t-shirts anymore. I think it's just stickers, but that used to be the thing, is that you'd put a sticker on your car, the No Fear sticker.
I mean, I think it's
Um,
on par with like the Monster M and like the Supreme. Like people are still doing that shit. Like
yeah, yeah.
same shit, different decade.
Right. Well, and I think we talked about this last time, or one of the last times, where we talked about the Big Johnson shirts,
Oh yes.
and that being a big thing during
Oh
the
yeah.
90s too.
I'm
Yeah.
still trying to find a sweet starter jacket.
Oh, I might
I
still
never
have
had a
mine.
starter
I don't
jacket,
know.
and my brothers, I think my older brother had a Redskins one, and my younger one had a Carolina Panthers one because it was like the new team, and we lived in North
Yeah,
Carolina. But
sure.
yeah, I'm gonna try to find me a sweet one just so I can like wear it now that things are opening up, like wear it to the bar, and this is how I will signal to the other millennials. They will know.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
like a bat
So
signal. All of the Zoomers are just be like, and I'll open up like, guys, don't worry, I've got gushers in here to share with all my friends. Who's buying me a drink?
as
Secrets
long as you
revealed.
got some joke cola with you and some
That's right. I got my orbits.
and your orbits. Yep, exactly.
Oh man,
Oh
blast
yeah.
from the past. Yeesh. Whoosh.
Hmm. No, I had a starter jacket. It was just one of the plain black ones, but it was a Vikings jacket. The football team I used to watch a lot when I was younger. And I remember that we would go visit our cousins up in Minneapolis, and we would go. It was right when the Mall of America was open, and we were always warned, don't wear your starter jacket to the Mall of America because you'll get
You'd be
you'll get
targeted,
killed
right?
for it. Yeah, yeah, you'll get killed for it. It would be it's a gang thing. uh it's just like
Everything was a
so
gang thing in the 90s.
absolutely so
Can't wear a
naive.
bandana at the skating rink. It's a gang thing. Like,
Right, right,
I'm 12 and I'm wearing a Garfield t-shirt. Like, I'm not in a gang. I don't even
right.
have friends. I got a Thursday skate night.
Joke's on you. I
That's
don't even
right.
have any
Wait
friends.
for my boyfriend. I had friends. I
Right.
did.
Sure, sure.
Sure
It's
you did.
okay. We all had those
I all
times.
had so many friends.
It's a lot easier to make friends when you were younger.
This is
Um,
true.
yeah, yeah. If you didn't have friends, you had to you had to turn them away. Is basically what it came down
Oh
to.
yeah, there was an application process. It was very formalized. I
Right.
I just moved every like 2 3 years, so
Yeah, yeah.
it,
Oh,
it
funny.
makes me a good pen pal.
Yes, absolutely. So speaking about having no friends, yeah, I always find the weirdest transitions.
Yeah, no, they're gold. Don't ever change.
Well, and this is funny because I actually wrote this down. This was something I was going to bring up along the lines of playlists and utilizing Spotify. One of the things that I was in a conversation with someone on Facebook, and I was just like, I wonder if I can find this on Spotify. And sure enough, there is a Spotify playlist that has all of the Weird Al polkas all together
Ooh,
on one playlist. Yeah.
nice.
So he's had 16 different actually technically 15 different polkas on his albums. The 16th I'm a little iffy on because that is the Hamilton polka, the
Oh,
newest one that he has. I don't know if I really
interesting.
consider that one of his polkas. I mean,
Mm,
it's still a cover, it's still a
yeah,
polka,
it's not original in
medley.
the same way. I get that.
Yeah, yeah. So I was just like, I don't know. So the one that I actually have on my that I saved for myself to listen to doesn't have Hamilton on it.
Okay.
But if you want to listen to that, you can do that. I never got into Hamilton. I don't know the songs very well, so I was like, you
Yeah.
know what? I couldn't get into that. So, but yeah. 15 different songs, Weird Al polkas. It's an 51 minutes long. So it's, oh gosh, I was wrong. Not 15, it's only 12.
Oh.
I thought it was 15. All
Hmm.
right, well, only 12, but still 51 minutes long. So it's something that I could put on and just kind of listen to over and over again, all of the polkas, which was by
Nice.
far the best part about any Weird Al album.
That sounds great. I went to
So yeah.
see Weird Al live in Lincoln a couple years ago with Chet, and yeah,
Yeah.
it was one of the best concert experiences. Like, super
God.
entertaining, tons of music, costume changes for every song. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
fantastic.
Oh yeah, he definitely gives people their money worth. Excellent. Um, what else do you have? Do you have anything else?
I'm trying to think of anything too crazy. I know Modest Mouse is coming out with a new album, and I always liked
Mm,
Modest Mouse. Definitely probably like their older stuff.
yeah.
So I've been kind of like re-listening to their discography in preparation. They released one of the singles from it, and it's kind of whatever. It didn't really light my soul on fire, but I'm sure I'll still check it out.
Yeah, I always liked Float On,
Yeah.
that song. I think that's one of the best ones that they've had. But yeah, they changed their music again. You know how we were talking about how that other band, who was it that you're talking about? I can't remember that they changed their music.
Perturbator.
Yeah, Perturbator. There you go. Perturbator.
Tater.
Perturbator.
Perturbator. Yeah, Swedish chef introducing him for a concert.
Exactly. Burger. When we were talking about them there, you know, how they changed their music after a time, trying to find a different way, a different journey, and then getting back to it. I don't know. Yeah, Modest Mouse. I haven't listened to them anything really recent. So it's just whenever I think about them, I just think of early 2000s, I guess, is what,
Yeah,
you
I'm
know.
trying to think the album. I was trying to look it up. Good news people who, or bad news people who good news, something like that. I should
Yeah.
look this up.
Yep.
I really loved The Moon in Antarctica. Like I said, kind of more like twangy kind of style. It was a little more folkish.
Okay.
But I did like We Were Dead Before the ship even sank. That was, like I said, kind of more poppy. I always
Yeah.
laugh because I always feel like Modest Mouse puts like one song on there that's kind of terrible and way out there, but it eventually like will win you over.
Yeah.
Because you'll listen to it long enough to be like, all right, this song's stupid and weird, but I kind of like it. So.
Oh, that's funny. So it, you know, I don't know why I do this, but transitions. This is another one, you know, talking about having one song that's weird and you kind of get into it after a while. It leads right into my last one that I was going to bring up. Yeah. So
not planned, folks.
Not planned at all, but the group Screaming Females.
I like them already.
Oh, I know. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful group. But I was introduced to them by another playlist that I found on Spotify called Ultimate Covers. And they did Screaming Females did a cover of Shake It Off.
Ooh,
And
fun.
yeah, so but the first time I listened to it, I didn't like it. I was just like, you know, this is good, but at the same sense, it seems it's just off enough that it's just like I gotta think about it. I gotta listen to it a couple times. So I did. And every time I listened to it, I ended up liking it more and more. But it was originally one of those songs that was on the NPR, not the Tiny Desk concert, but the
concert. Like that.
Yeah, something like that, where they did covers, you know, of different songs. So they come up and they say, hey, during this season, we're going to have 13 songs that we want people to cover, and we're going to invite these 13 different artists to come in and cover them. And they get to come in and they get to see the song list and then say, I want that one. We'll put that off the list, and then artists that come in later on, they'll have to play something else that's on the list that's on there. And we're going to cover all these 13 songs. And I love the concept. They've been doing it for a while, but this was one of the songs that they did on it. And you watch the video for it and it's hilarious because they get started and it's Scream Females, it's just one female, but it's the lead guitarist and lyricist, and she's amazing on the guitar. But they're just kind of sitting there and they're just kind of, you know, tuning their guitars, and they're just like, all right, you guys ready? You want to start this? And then she just kind of starts into, you know, I get on my, I can't remember how the song goes. The beginning of the song. Yeah. I'm not going to sing that one. But she starts singing it, and they kind of just get into it a little bit. And it's just like, literally, it looks like, and I don't know if it was, but it literally looked like it was just one take that they just started the song, just like, all right, well, let's try it. And then they play it and they bang it out. And after after the video, they say, well, what do you guys think? Was that good? Should we do it again? Yeah, I can do it again. It's just like,
that's fucking great.
This is amazing. It was just mind blowing. But that was the same series that did They Might Be Giants doing Chumbawamba's Tub
Oh,
Thumping.
nice.
Yeah, because they so during that video where with They Might Be Giants doing Tub Thumping, they knew of the song, but
Mm-hmm.
they didn't really know the song, and there's not really a lot of lyrics to it or anything.
No.
So what they did is that they just said, you know what, let's get everyone in on this. Everyone that was there for the shoot, they came in and they were in front of the camera, and they're just like, it's like, all right, how does this go? I get knocked
All
down
right.
and I get up again. Yeah. And then they just do that all and then pissing the night away. And it's just like, we don't really know it. And they just jam for 5 minutes,
They
you know,
got the
just
energy
doing
right,
this.
and that's the most important part.
That's exactly what it was. And I don't know. I think of They Might Be Giants as being almost a cerebral type of group.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they have fun songs, but they are definitely a lyric band as well.
Oh yeah.
Where if you listen to it, it's just like, that's funny, and it got a
Mm-hmm.
lot of inside jokes to it. And I just never thought of, you know, when I saw that, I was like, I don't think I'm gonna like this. I think it's going to be, you know, and I love Tub Thumping, I love Chumbawamba,
Right.
I love They Might Be Giants, but I was just like, I don't think I'm not gonna get into this. But once I watched the video,
Like, nope, I'm into this.
done. Yeah, it was amazing. It was one of the most fun videos that I ever watched, and it got me into the rest of the series.
Nice.
I might have to look into that to be able to find the series. Sometimes it's a little tricky because I think I can't remember if it's NPR or someone else that's doing it, and then they it's the White Wall Sessions, if I remember
Oh,
right, it's
that's
called.
it's a local group, but I don't know who does that here.
Okay, then it's something else then. But yeah, so it's then they're very protective of what videos they have out there, and
Mm-hmm.
so it's one of those things that a video will be up for a while and then it'll get dinged for copyright, and then someone
Oh
else will
yeah,
post it somewhere else, and yeah,
the
so
thing.
that yeah, so when I tried to find the Screaming Females video of Shake It Off, I actually had to go through a couple different videos to be able to find the actual one. Otherwise, it was an audio of the song, but it was just a still frame of them singing it. So yeah, so if anyone's looking into that, you know, definitely keep in mind that that is that's something that would show up on that. You might not find it right away, but that video does exist where they're just jamming, and all of a sudden,
Didn't make it
all
up.
right,
It's
let's
real,
start.
folks.
Yeah, exactly. It was a lot of fun.
Nice.
All right. So yeah, that's funny. We didn't even plan that. And that was yeah, I just yeah,
Just
it's
work.
like, well, do I like this? No, I think I like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's something to be said for that. There's some things that just, yeah, it won't hit you the right time, and then later on it just builds. I don't know.
Gotta let it marinate a little bit.
Yeah, I have a rule whenever I listen to like a new song, I make sure I don't watch the music video because I
Mm.
found that I will judge things more harshly if I watch the video. So I
Oh,
try to like listen to it once without watching the video, then I'll watch the video. But yeah, that tends
yeah.
to make me more receptive to listening to it.
Interesting. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Yep. Oh, fun. All right. Did you have anything else that you
Not really.
okay,
Like
perfect.
I said, we're kind of recording on our off day, so it's a little weird to be like recording in the middle of the day, but
Right, exactly. Middle of the day on a
like, oh,
weekend,
guess it's
but
time for like lunch.
right. No, I get it. We've spent our hour, so definitely a good time to end it off here. However, I'm just going to put it out there again. I put out a playlist. You know, talked a lot about Spotify's playlist. I created a playlist that we're going to put all these songs on, and we already have the songs that we talked about last time back in January, I think it was, or November.
Something
I
like
can't
that.
remember when
Yeah.
it was.
Back
Yeah,
in the day.
back in the day.
Back in the day.
Um, when we did this the first time. So I put those songs out there on a playlist. I'm going to add these, and I'm just going to keep on continuing adding them. We talk about music so much. I really want to put it out there. You know, having I think we could probably easily put on there the interconnecting blocks or Lego blocks
Oh
or
yeah.
whatever yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because we talked about how that was an issue trying to put that on during the podcast. But this can be a great supplemental thing to be able
Yeah.
to have that there. I also linked those videos to YouTube. It's a part of our YouTube page, which we're starting to put videos on there now.
Hmm.
Uh, Hopefully in preparation for the Haloji wing eating, hot sauce eating podcast. I don't know. I don't know how we're going to market that, but will
Come watch
someone
us suffer.
die? That's what it's going to be. Yeah.
Watching people eat hot things is your kink. We've got an episode for you.
Exactly.
Somewhere someone's like, whoa, well, in that case.
Exactly. So we're gonna. I'm sure there's a lot of pepperheads out there that love it. I mean, that's how
It's just going
First
to be
We
people that
Feast came
actually
out.
know us and want to see us crying because we're eating hot stuff. That's
It's just gonna be. It's gonna be me just
gonna be ugly.
hiccuping uncontrollably the whole time.
Be a
Is
lot
what
of
it's gonna
dabbing
be.
of the forehead and
Got to watch
oh
around the
boy.
eyes. Don't touch your eyes. That's what you
Nope.
got to make sure you do.
Yep. Better read up on this, research a little bit.
Yeah. We made some pickled vegetables and whatnot, and we did pickled beans, and we made them extra spicy. We put a jalapeno in there with the beans, and we put in a shit ton of cayenne pepper. And Donna and the kids, they're not liking spicy things, but I was eating the beans, and they're like, "How can you just keep on eating those?" Like, "Oh, hey, look, it's a jalapeno," and I just eat that, and they're like, "Oh,
I'm stupid, guys. I don't care.
I can't feel my face."
I hate myself. I'm just gonna keep eating these jalapenos.
So yeah, so I have a feeling I'm going to be doing pretty good, but once I do know that once I hit a limit, I start hiccuping,
Oh,
and
really?
yeah,
Exposed to the gastro kind of stuff.
yeah. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be a fun time. I'm really
Yeah.
looking forward to that being available.
But I'll make us some commemorative shirts that say, first you're a dragon, then you're a rocket. That's my motto for eating hot food. So if I design a little shirt, we'll see if we can do a giveaway. Maybe listener giveaway. You can win a Julia Wild. First you're a dragon, then you're a rocket T-shirt.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Oh, spicy foods.
All right. So with that, we'll end the show.
Yep. It's a real button on the day.
Right. Get a hold of us. Let us know what you're getting into. We need to find some new things. I know you and I have our own. I'm just gonna say we have little kinks that we like to get into. And yeah, and one of the things that's been fun about this show so far has been really looking at and getting involved with all these different little things. So I really do wish that we get some more people to not only promote and to give us things, but also I'd love to get more people to interview too. Because I think that was really fun when we had Rain on, and then when we had Jamie on. We haven't been able to do that for a while, so I think it would be great to be able to get someone on that is very passionate about something that not a lot of people know about.
Yeah, especially if it's something you got into in the last year. Maybe it's something that got you through the pandemic. We'd love to hear about it. So get at us, and we can talk to you.
All right, perfect. Well, have a good one, Leah.
Yeah, you too. Well, until next time.
Yep. Bye-bye.
Bye.